What's happening, everybody on YouTube? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to price items on eBay the correct way so you make more money and you sell items faster. So if you're interested in this topic, smash that like button and let's dive right into this video. I'm actually coming to you guys live from Kentucky right now. I am in Kentucky, just landed a couple of hours ago, and I'm actually going to be getting together with the boys from the Wholesale Formula. So I've had them on the YouTube channel multiple times in the past. My friends Dan and Eric from the Wholesale Formula. They've done $20 million in sales over the last, I think, 4 or 5 years, maybe more, 4 or 5, 6 years on Amazon with wholesale. So I flew in. I'm going to be shooting a bunch of videos with them, and I'll be releasing those probably over the next 3 or 4 weeks. So really excited about that. But how do you price items on eBay? We got Jameson in the house, Scott, Cindy, Bryant, Martin. How do you price items on eBay? That's the question. So if you're new, right, if you're an intermediate or more advanced, this probably isn't going to apply to you. What's up, Wade's Ventures? If you're trying to learn how to price an item, the number one way to do that on eBay is by utilizing the comps. Like Bob B is saying, the comps are the comparable sales. And when you're inside of eBay, that's the sold listings. So if you're inside your eBay app, you can filter out and click something called the sold listings. Or if you're on the desktop version, on the left-hand side, there's something called sold listings. This is gonna show you items which have sold. But here's the thing, all because, like, for example, let's just say you are maybe flipping an antique item that you found from a storage unit, right? We got Wade's Venture in the house, great YouTube channel for storage units, storage lockers, and he's been crushing it lately. Let's say you found some antique item in a storage locker and you look it up, right? I don't know, let's just say you found a Starbucks mug. I know that's not antique, but let me go with something I know a little bit more about because I don't know much about antiques. But let's just say you found a Starbucks mug. If you type Starbucks mug into the eBay sold listings, you're gonna find a bunch of items that have sold. Some $8, $9. Other ones, $80, $90, $150. We got Jameson giving $1.99 saying, I'm a slithery snake. So I don't know why he's saying that, but good to see you here. I've got some weird, awesome, amazing subscribers, and that's why I love you guys. But yeah, if you type in Starbucks mug, it could range from anywhere from $7 to $150. So what are you gonna price your Starbucks mug at? This could be the same for a Ralph Lauren shirt. You could find one for $8 and you can find one for $80, right? We got Marco coming in here saying he just flipped a CC Filson coat, found it for $13. That's probably gonna go for over 100. But how do you know what an item is worth? Well, what you've got to do is you've got to dig deep into the sold listings and find what Bob B was talking about, comparable sales. So if you have a Starbucks mug, is it a specific mug from a specific state, right? Is it from Connecticut? So maybe you want to type in Connecticut Starbucks mug. Now you type that in and you might get a range of, I don't know, 40 to 80. Now what's the price? Is it 40? Is it 80? Keep digging deeper. That's the key to valuing an item. You want to get as specific as possible when it comes to finding sold listings. It's all about comparable sold listings. So we typed in Starbucks mug, which was the first keyword. The next one we typed in was Connecticut because it was a Connecticut Starbucks mug, as in this made up example. Maybe it is black, right? Maybe a lot of them are white, maybe some are black, some are red. So now you're putting in the color. Maybe it's made out of a specific material. Who knows? Maybe it's some limited edition, special material made out of iron. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. I doubt those even exist. Or it's copper. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, to find the value of an item, you want to get as specific as possible. The style. Are there specific words that are on the item? Is it made out of a certain material? And is it a certain size? Is it a certain age, right? So the more specific you can get, the more targeted you're gonna be able to narrow down your search in the sold listings, and that's how you identify the value of an item. Now, let's go one step further, okay? Now we've talked about how to identify and like find that specific item to really get an idea of what it's selling for. You might find the exact item. You might have 5 different keywords in there. I mean, super narrowed down, and the range might still be from 60 to 120. Why is that? The reason is because there's various business models, right? And there's also different formats of selling. For example, some people might sell it auction. Other people might sell it buy it now. Marco made a great Comment saying, good pictures help a ton. One of the listings might be optimized up the yin-yang for pictures. 12 pictures, high definition, just looks amazing, all different angles. Another one might only have 2 pictures, right? One might be lacking in keywords. One might have a bad description, right? Or might be missing some imperative information. One might have a great return policy. One might not have a return policy. One might have a best offer on it, right? And also, sometimes people have different business models in terms of some people go more with the flip quick, the quick flip, and others go for like the slow, long tail approach. They'd rather wait 6 months to get top dollar versus the next guy or gal who wants to just flip it within a week or two and just make their profit because they picked up the mug for $1 and they'll take 50 when they could have maybe gotten 80 or 90 if they waited it out. So determining how to price an item, you're gonna have to, one, narrow down the item. That's the first step. So narrow it down and get as specific as possible with the keywords, the style, the color, the material, all the item specifics. The more keywords you can put in there, the better you're gonna be able to find that specific item to see what it's sold for. Number 2, your overall listing quality is gonna kind of determine as well how you're gonna price it, because if you're gonna cut corners with pictures, cut corners with keywords, cut corners with descriptions, cut corners with customer service and get negative feedback here and there, you're not gonna be able to get that top dollar. And last but not least is figuring out your business model. Are you the slow dime or the fast nickel? Do you know what I mean by that? Are you willing to wait 3 months to make that dime, to make that $100 profit? Or do you want that fast 6 weeks out, make my $50 profit, I'm in and out, cash flow coming in, putting money into the business? So I want to know in the comments, we got Martin saying slow dime. I want to know, what business model do you say that you practice in your eBay business? Are you the fast nickel or are you the slow dime? Are you willing to wait? Do you not mind waiting? Is your goal to kind of build up quality inventory and you've realized that over time, the more inventory you have, even if it takes slower, sell slower, you want to keep building it up because your sales keep growing? Or are you all about volume? Are you about finding stuff? You might live in a place where, this is a good conversation to have. You might live in a place, like for example, I'm in Kentucky right now. I'm not far from Charlotte. I actually just flew in from Charlotte on my layover, but I know quite a few people in Charlotte. They have no problem at all finding inventory. So in a situation like that where maybe you've just got a great eye or you're super knowledgeable and you live in an area where you can just find so much inventory, you might want to go with the high volume, quick, fast nickel, or maybe meet somewhere in the middle because you have enough inventory coming in where you don't mind just flipping it, because the more you flip, the more cash flow you have coming in, the more you can buy. Or you might want to just go with the long tail. There's really no right or wrong answer, but these are some things to think about. Zach says he's working at his feedback. That's important. Red Neckerson says, how are you getting your car to turn without the steering wheel? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not driving right now. Hey, what's going on? We got Dom from Canada in the house. Larry says a fast nickel beats a slow dime. It's interesting, you know? So many different business models out there. Marco says, I would list a bit higher and accept offers. Wow, Anthony coming in saying Facebook Marketplace is a great place to sell. Who here sells on Facebook Marketplace? I have very little experience with Facebook Marketplace. I have a lot of subscribers and friends and people I know who have a lot of success on Facebook. Matter of fact, I have quite a few friends in my local area who have their own buy, sell, and trade Facebook groups, and they own it, they moderate it, so they control it, so they have like a pinned post, and you know, they could be one of the first to kind of like reply to messages and stuff. And it's definitely a great idea, starting a buy, sell, trade Facebook group in your area. I know that's a little different than Facebook Marketplace. I'm aware of the difference, but so many different ways to source and sell inventory. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Sparty 2X is offer up also. Zach says, Steve, I can't wait to meet you the 23rd. It's going to be so much fun. Zach, I mentioned it the other day, guys, in a video. January 23rd, Connecticut thrifting meetup going down. If you want to join that, it's 100% free. You don't have to be from Connecticut. You could come from wherever you live. If you want to drive out, rakeandprofit.com/CT meetup. That'll bring you to the Facebook group. You could join and get the details. Yeah, you should definitely consider doing it. You know, there's a lot of people out there who they're struggling. They're struggling with their income, or they're just sick and tired and miserable with their 9-to-5 job, or if they had an extra couple $100, their life would change. And here's the thing, guys. Selling clothing on eBay might be for you. It might not be for you. Maybe flipping electronics from OfferUp or Craigslist, that might be your thing. Kind of like Knights Required field. Or maybe your thing is being like my boy Jameson, who was in the comments earlier, and he's going to retail stores like Walmart and Target and Toys R Us when it existed, and different online sources, offline sources, and flipping stuff from retail stores onto Amazon. Maybe you're like my mother, who goes to thrift stores, 63 years old, grinding, hustling it out, going to Goodwills and Savers. And matter of fact, anyone who goes to the Connecticut Thrifting Meetup, you're going to see Mama Profit live in action. It's going to be a good time. Maybe books is your thing, right? Maybe you like to do a little bit of eBay, a little bit of Amazon, and maybe you love to help people and you want to start a YouTube channel up, right? So many people, man, I feel like if you're a reseller right now, or you're doing whatever, you're watching this channel because you're probably a reseller. If you're not making YouTube videos, you're missing out big time. I'm telling you right now, YouTube's great for so many different reasons. Not only like this video right now, I'm making money through the Google AdSense program, right? So when you make these YouTube videos, you can actually make money on ads. It's not huge money, but also, right? Martin's been making videos lately, but also you get to help people make a difference. You get to build a network. The people that I've met, the people that you're gonna meet making these YouTube videos or in the comments, I'm telling you, could change your life. Do you find books that are not in great condition worth buying? Most of the books that we find are in pretty good condition. If the book is in acceptable condition, and maybe there's highlighting all over it, there's some rips, some tears, there's some issues where you're just like, I'll pick it up if it's worth it. So like for me, if I could get the book for $1 or $2 and it's selling for over $30 with a solid rank, maybe it's got under a 500,000 rank, and I could get it cheap and the margins are there, I'll definitely buy a book that has issues. The only time I won't buy a book is if it's like missing pages or like the cover's ripped off. If there's anything really severe, I'll even buy books that are missing the CDs. I'll just put it in the description. Yeah, if you're a bit of an introvert, which is, it's funny. I'm somewhat of an introvert. You might not think that because of these videos, but like when I'm more shy in person if I don't know you. But I tell you right now, it's really not that hard. You're just talking to a camera and you see people popping on like I'm talking to the comments, but I feel like it's probably much more challenging to public speak versus doing this. And matter of fact, I'm doing my first public speech actually with Jameson in Las Vegas in March. Caleb Roth is having a book selling Amazon conference, and we're going to be doing like a 30-minute presentation over there. But you want to know what? It's all mindset. Whether it's starting an eBay business, starting a YouTube channel, giving a public speech, if you get in state, if you get pumped up, if you're positive, if you believe in yourself, it's nothing. Yeah, Zach, you should definitely start it up. I mean, look at Martin, man. Martin's been crushing it. Unfortunately, now YouTube kind of screwed over a lot of new content creators, and I believe there's a new rule that you need to have like a certain amount of hours watched or a certain amount of subscribers, I think like 1,000 or something, in order to enable Google AdSense, which kind of stinks. But you want to know what? It's kind of a good thing, right? Because it forces you to work. Kyle says he got a trademark violation trying to sell a hat. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. There's something on eBay called Vero, V-E-R-O, and that pretty much protects, brands from like violations against their trademark and stuff. So there's certain items you can't sell on eBay. You can get in trouble, violations. The same goes with Amazon. There's restricted products, or sometimes you'll send something into Amazon and then they'll kick it back to you and say it's restricted. So sometimes you have to get things approved. When you started, did they have the 1,000 sub rule, Steve, Zach? No, they didn't, man. When I started, there was like very few YouTubers in the reselling niche. But yeah, that's the thing, guys. Whether it's YouTube, eBay, Amazon, Facebook, when you're relying on another platform, they're going to change the rules all the time. eBay's always changing the rules. Amazon's changing the rules. YouTube's changing the rules. Facebook, Instagram, they're all changing the algorithms. It's the way it goes. If book pages are written on, do you still buy them? I do. Just, grade the book appropriately. So if there's writing on it, maybe you want to put it as acceptable or good, and then put it in the description saying, hey, there's some writing on some pages. So just be honest, just be upfront. The one thing you don't want to do when you're selling on eBay or you're selling on Amazon is over-promising and under-delivering, right? So what that means is you say the item's in great condition and then they get it and they're like, it's only good or it's poor condition. I would rather undergrade it, and then when they get it, it's even in better condition, because then you're exceeding their expectations. Out thrifting, right? Meow. Watch your videos every day. We have learned so much already. Thank you. The Trabomb, appreciate that. What do you think of Jerry Garcia ties? There's a lot of them out there. There's certain ones that are profitable, but a lot of them aren't worth a lot unless you get them for like 10 cents. Probably not worth picking up unless you take amazing pictures or you lot them together. Daniel says, I need help getting started with Amazon FBA as far as how much to feed the machine. Here's the thing with Amazon FBA, if you're finding the right products and you understand sales rank and you understand just kind of like how Amazon works, and obviously you're ungated, you're not restricted on these products. If something's selling, like there's a lot of items on Amazon, believe it or not, that sell 50, 100, 200 items a day. Unlike eBay, right? Maybe there's some items that people are drop shipping that are selling 10, 20, 30 items a day. But on Amazon, if you find the right item, especially if you're selling toys from like Walmart or Target, you find the right item at the right price, you could have 40, 50 units selling one day. So in terms of how much you should feed the machine, it's really going to depend upon your experience, what you're selling, your cash flow. You know, if you're brand spanking new and you only have $100 in the bank account, it's going to be a little harder to feed the machine. Joanna says, how was your trip to Florida? Florida was amazing. It was like 90 degrees over there. It was beautiful. Had a great mastermind with my good friend Dave, and we brought a lot of clarity into our minds in terms of our direction and vision and what we're looking to achieve in the new year. So really excited about that for sure. And now I'm here in Kentucky. It's pretty cold. Yeah, popped on this new jacket the other day from, where was it from? Marshall's. It was 30 bucks. Not bad. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? When sourcing from, say, Walmart for Amazon, do you look for sales generally? Yeah, you can look at, there's two ways you can go about it. For someone like me who's not a retail arbitrage expert, right? Like when you're doing retail arbitrage, you kind of got to stay on the cutting edge of like what's going on. If you're like going for like rare or super niche items. But for the most part, you can either go towards the clearance section, scan everything and see what things are going for. Or like my friend Jameson, he's just so on top of things in terms of like he's cutting edge. He knows what's rare. He knows what's in demand. He knows what things are selling out. So like he'll go for items that aren't clearance, and he'll find items that he could pick up for 25 that are selling for 80 just because he has that knowledge. So you can either have that knowledge and go for the super rare items, or you can go for the clearance. Or what I recommend, if you're new to Amazon and you're looking to get into retail arbitrage and you know what you're doing, I would just start spending like a couple hours a day scanning everything and just learning firsthand what you should buy and what you should sell. So I think that's pretty much all the comments coming in right now. I got to get running, guys. I got to get checked into my hotel, but I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button down below. Hopefully this video was able to add value to you. And really, you know, at the end of the day, the goal of this channel is to inspire you guys, motivate you guys, and educate you in terms of how to make money online, how to be the best version of yourself. And, you know, I'm growing every single day. I'm investing a lot into my business and the self-development, into health, through different coaches and masterminds. And, you know, I want to share with you and help you guys out however I can. Obviously, some of this stuff is going to apply to you more than others. So, you know, you want to take what you can take and push away what doesn't apply to you at this moment. But I appreciate you guys so much. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.